Hello everybody, welcome back to Zanki Zero. That's the kind of crap I have to deal with playing this game. So, yeah. What I decided I'm going to do is at the beginning of each video, if I am on the island, I will play at least one round. I'm going to go put a bunch of this crap up. Um... Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I really need more body items. Can I upgrade? The kitchen. Let's open the restrooms, but I don't have the goat's horn. Yeah, why not? Why not? Hey, I got a grill now. What do we got?
Bon appetit.
Mud pudding.
I'm allergic.
Potato salad, huh?
That looks delicious.
Blood sausage. Oh.
Ready.
Nice. We got some new foods. Hey, what the hell? Oh. More jerky.
It's done.
Oh, he sucks at cooking.
And it's red. Piece of cake.
What else can I do? Hey, I can make that short bow now.
This should make exploration easier. It's done. This should make... Wow! Look at that!
Oops. Okay, where did I put those arrows? There they are. That's what I was doing. Okay. Give that to her. Put this away. Rinko, where are you? There you go. And I think that's it for the moment. Let's go continue the story.
What do we have here?
Probably going to explain something about the game.
Hey, kids! It's time for Extend TV! Good job on clearing the underground shopping district, everyone!
Boy, that was one impressive adventure. I was moved by how we defeated those creatures.
Smart and elegant. They deserve full marks for style and technique. But your humanity restoration mission is far from complete. Don't give up until you collect all the machine parts, you guys.
What was that sound?
Sound like a boat.
That must be the new island drifting in.
But didn't that sound like a ship's horn?
Yeah, because the next ruins are on a ship.
What?
But not just any ship. The sanctuary cruise ship of the mega rich that makes commoners squeal, the Bella Moi. It's been on TV many times, so I'm sure some of you have heard of it before.
Woohoo! A commoner's unattainable dream is about to come true! But what if the ship ruins drift away while they're in there?
No need to worry about that. Any ruins floating by Garage Island are kept there by a mysterious force, including previous ones.
Oh my god! Did you just bring things full circle?
Not really.
Anyway, let's go check out this cruise ship!
Yeah, let's move on. Here we go.
Illuminate!
A brighter future.
For humanity!
Bye-bye.
Okay then. Head to the new ruins. First. Oh, I've been here for a little over 2 months. Wow. Okay. I need to start working on these things. Okay, so a bow is pierce, I think, right? Oh wow, there is no pierce for her. Pinpoint shot though. Throwing expertise 3. Okay. I need 2 points. I gotta start working on this. So I guess I'll hold off on her. On her stuff. Nice. Might as well. Bugger. Increases obtained score points after defeating an enemy. Might as well. What else we got here? You know what? Why not? Okay, let us...
Stronger than success. Stronger than
It's upgraded.
success.
It's good.
Upgrade.
Come on.
Success.
Okay, so Rinko needs to be in the party. Mamoru. Okay, those guys are in the back. Can I make armor for these guys? No? Okay. Take a quick walk around the island. Oh, let's go get some water. Whoa. That was interesting. Just gonna take a quick walk around the island. Listen for that lovely sound of Monokuma. Get those strengthening gels. Oh, hello. Of course you will, Sachika. Oh, that was a lot of stuff. Don't even know where I'm going, but hey. It's worth a shot, really. Okay. Let's put a bunch of all this stuff away. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the foods. Oh, there's another one. Bring that. Bring these. Bring that. Bring that. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be it. So, where are we going? Upper
Let's check
left.
the map.
Upper right, not left. I know my left and right. Oh, did I bring the bottles? I did. Okay. Cruise ship, huh? This will be interesting to see. The cruise ship that once toured all over the world with over 33,000 passengers on board. Ship looks like I once remembered, but at the same time it looks different. Haruto Yukishara looks at me as if he wants to ask something. Not just him, but the entire group's gaze is fixed on me.
Yes?
Can I help you?
Yuma.
Yuma.
You know...
You're the only one who may have to do something with this ship, right? So we thought maybe
That's...
the next rooms may be related to me? Oh, aren't they?
Dun, dun, dun.
That is... Da-da-da-da! That's correct. Surprise, surprise, the Belle Moi is a ship built and owned by the Mashiro Group.
I don't want it.
Yeah, that's enough of this Mashiro quiz show. She's in her own world as usual. As Madomo... I'm not going to say their last names. I can't ever pronounce them, so... As Manimo points out, I should be the only one with any connection to the Belle Moi. The mastermind, I may already know about that. What my father and I do, Mashiro's mission. If whoever is behind this aims to stop me, I cannot afford to put my decision off for later. I must take action before they catch on and prevent me from doing anything. Alright, let's go find the machine part. Yuma, if you could tell us what you know about the ship and its layout, that would be great help. It is time for me to pay the price of postponing my decision. But thinking back, there was never a point in my life when I had the option to turn back. After all, no one can stop a tragedy once it's already been set in motion. I do have the second story or codex that I should read. Those who I must kill may be my childhood friends. It is a possibility that I never would have imagined. Still, I have a mission to complete, no matter how much time or place. No matter the time or the place, I uphold my pride as a Mashiro and do what I must. She's pride. Figured as much. Thought she was greed. I have always told myself to follow the words of my mother, but the moment I stepped onto the Belle Moi, my heart grows faster. I can hardly recognize the pure white ship one known for its beauty and imposing elegance. The air is filled with the smell of rust and mold, countless cracks in the stairs leading to the ceiling. The furniture, once carefully adorned with decoration, now faded and covered in dust.
Wow!
Looks like a castle. This ship could take you around the world, huh? You were on it once it was nice and clean, weren't you, Yuma? That is so cool. But it felt so nice.
Right.
Yes. It was a beautiful ship, and the passengers were guaranteed a comfort and pleasant trip. Though it was not all fun. My tongue gets stiff, saliva sticking into my throat. The ship was a symbol of my father's power and love. The ship's made solely for one person. It was the castle of the King of Mashiro, gifted to his queen. Okay. Before we do anything, I'm going to go ahead and read this. Oh, 2 notes. Scientists tend to be an odd bunch. I often hear this, but Dr. Tereshima's eccentricity exceeds all expectations. He once claimed that he had come up with the idea for his research, then took off his lab coat and began writing mathematical equations on it. When he gets stuck on something, he sleeps right then and there, even while others are working. I really don't understand this one, but he once gave a name to each of his fingers and started a play. It's only been a week since I was assigned to Manny, but I cannot avoid Dr. Tereshima's bizarre activities, even if I wanted to. It's beginning to stress me out. The other researchers and my sister just laugh it off and say I'll get used to it. But who knows if my undercover activities will last until then. Besides, I'm supposed to be here to acquire more information about the clone research being conducted here. Specifically, the information regarding militarization that's only been discussed among upper management. But all of this was already completed by my sister before I even arrived in Manny. As usual, my sister is perfect. Thanks to her, there's only one job left for me to do. Conciliate Dr. Terashima. I must win his trust and find out if he's working on any unannounced personal research projects. I will also need to find out if he's lacking information to if he's leaking information to any third parties. Even if we massacre the many researchers and delete all the data here, our mission would be incomplete if the data has been leaked anyway. I must establish a relationship with Dr. Terashima as soon as possible, for my country and for the world. Despite my great determination, it ended up being quite an easy task. My relationship with Dr. Terashima progressed to the next level far quicker than I anticipated. Everyone, including my sister, began as general researchers who recorded and observed the results of experiments, but I was nominated by Dr. Terashima himself. Want to be my personal assistant? Huh? Oh, don't take that the wrong way. I may not look it, but I like to keep my private and work affairs separate. I don't keep women by my side at work just because I'm into them. Although, if I was the type to do that, I wouldn't be inviting you like this right now. This is sexual harassment. It's just a joke. Besides, you are very cute, Olga. In any case, you might be wondering why I asked you to be my personal assistant. It's simply because my previous assistant died in an unfortunate accident. So the position is now open. Huh? Died? No, that's not quite right. It would be more accurate to say he was killed. Killed? Time seemed to stop upon hearing those dreadful words. But Dr. Terashima went on nonchalantly like he was discussing today's weather. Didn't I mention this before? Our research is constantly enveloped by great danger. Most of the clones that end up as failures tend to be extremely violent. You mean, yes, my last assistant was killed by a failed clone. But I'm sure I was happy to go that way. That's one phrase retconateurs say. When I die, I wish for nothing more than to die on the stage. Experiments are akin to a researcher's stage, if you ask me. Dr. Terashima's an odd man. I was embarrassed to think that I defied him in such a way before. He's far more than odd. He's a monster. Dr. Terashima's personal assistant. It sounds like nothing short of a nightmare. If I didn't have my mission spy, I'd kill him myself. I'd kill myself right here. However, I'm capable of putting my mission before my personal feelings. I've been trained for this. And let me to take you up on your offer. Really? Great. I thought you'd be a perfect fit since the moment I first saw you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but judging by your muscle build, you have experience in martial arts, don't you? A little, when I was in college. Though it was assassination training, not martial arts. Thought so. I have an eye for these things. You know, when you're doing this sort of research, it's not far-fetched to think there could be an assassination attempt by anti-clone activist groups or something. Other than an assistant, I've been looking for a bodyguard too. It's nice to be killing two birds with one stone, huh? He laughed out loud, then reached out for a handshake. Looking forward to working with you, Olga. Thank you. I hope I can serve you well. I suppressed my feelings, smiled kindly, and shook Dr. Terashima's hand. I was a bit nervous about the rigorous work awaiting me as his personal assistant, but the tasks Terashima assigned to me generally weren't very difficult. Tasks like taking notes with other researchers during experiments, putting a cup of coffee on Terashima's desk when he read documents about after his experiments were complete. Besides all that, I was also his discussion partner. Or, more accurately, his sandbag for pointless prattling. To vaguely respond to his unpredictable conversations without getting exhausted. It was nothing more than being a step above that of a secretary. In fact, it was probably easier than secretarial duties. But this was all in terms of an average person, and I was accustomed to hard labor beyond the likes of which has never been seen in normal companies. I know far too well how harmful and evil clone technology is to the world. The thought of spending my days as the assistant of the man who is at the forefront of it makes me feel guilty even to breathe. I don't know how many times I apologized in my head for it. When I grumbled about this to my sister, in writing of course, she smiled kindly and accepted it. Don't worry, no one in our country will think less of you. The fact you feel guilty over it means you're capable of acknowledging right from wrong. The only time you should feel remorse is when you no longer feel guilty about your work. Yes, thank you. More importantly, be careful. I tilted my head questioningly. About what? I'm sure you wondered why Terashima appointed you as his assistant. She was right. Although he claims it was because the timing just happened to match up, the true intentions behind his words were a complete mystery to me. I'm certain we covered our tracks perfectly, but I cannot deny the chance of him knowing about our undercover operations. And I'm sure you know this, but our time is limited. If they succeed in implanting the implementation of clone before you can gain Terashima's complete trust, we'd be forced to put our plan into action without confirming if Terashima has secret information or if he leaked information himself. We must avoid this at all costs. I know that. I do. I know it all too well, but I want a little more time. I must win over Terashima's trust. This means I'll have to push our relationship even further to be far more special than that of an average researcher. Being his personal assistant isn't nearly enough. A special relationship. He must feel like he can tell me anything right now. The thought of me investigating him behind his back must be unfathomable. That sort of relationship which transcends the bonds of coworkers. To put more bluntly, a relationship between a man and a woman. That kind of relationship with Dr. Terashima. As part of my spy training, I slept with men who do nothing to satisfy my sexual taste. But Terashima is on a completely different class altogether. Every cell of my body rejects the thought of sleeping with the good doctor. But that is what I must do. This is what I've been training for. I know this, and yet, despite my deliberations, there was just no time for me to make up my resolve. Shortly after my discussion with my sister, about a month after becoming Terashima's assistant, it happened. As I poured coffee for him in the laboratory as usual, he said to me, Do you enjoy intercourse, Olga? Excuse me? I couldn't help my voice from crackling. The answer should have been obvious. No. No, I mean to say that it came out of nowhere. Up till then, Terashima only read academic journals about clone research published by other laboratories. There was no limits of erotic topics sliding into the conversation. Where did all this come from? What? Is it not that uncommon of a question? You're 27, right? I'll be 26 this year. Then I doubt you haven't had experience or that you have an aversion to such topics. And considering how you're involved in this line of work, I thought you may be able to take the emotions out of it and talk about reproductive activities more than your average person. It almost sounded logical, but I wasn't sure about the reasoning. I don't know if I could compare the creation of life by experimentation to traditional reproductive activities. Well, I suggest you discard such a notion straight away. Our end goal here is to artificially create life in the same way traditional reproduction can, after all. Yes, I understand that, but I couldn't help but end my sentence with a hint of denial. Yes, I understand that, but still. Whether he noticed it or not, Dr. Terashima repeated his question in the same tone of voice. Do you enjoy intercourse, Olga? I neither liked or disliked it. But of course, I prefer to choose my own partner. I wouldn't mingle with a man who clearly and directly denies my religious outlook by simply existing. Not to mention, he's more than double my age. I would honestly prefer not to have such relationships with him. Hey, Coda. You want to cross? Come on. I don't want to have intercourse. No way. But I know. I am forced to understand. That was Dr. Terashima's final confirmation. If I shook my head no, he would have said something ambiguous and pretended he never brought it up. I didn't want to, and yet I couldn't afford to give up that chance. I quietly steadied my breath. Then I lowered my tone of voice just enough so my response didn't sound forced. There isn't a woman alive who wouldn't wish to do so with someone she likes. I like you, Olga. It was such a tit-for-tat sort of conversation. I almost laughed out loud. Nothing more than empty words designed to steer the conversation. Empty, shallow words from a man used to playing women. But I didn't mind. In that direction lay the future I've been striving for. I softly placed my hand on Terashima's neck and pressed my lips to his cheek. I used all my willpower to suppress the violent protest from every denial in my body. Aww. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to start the next video with the next one. So we'll just go right into it. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.